Hello there! It is nearly holiday time for me. When you're watching this, I've got about 3 days until I go on holiday. I'm going to Pembrokeshire in Wales. We've booked a cottage in the middle of nowhere and I can't wait. A lot of the time when we go on holiday, we're not the kind of people who just sit around. We're typically the kind of people who will always go out and do things. But this year we've decided that after the year we've been having, we just need a total escape. So we're going to a cottage. There's going to be a lot of walking in the hills and also a lot of reading, which is why I thought I would talk you through some of the things that I am considering reading on holiday, because, you know, us bookish people, when we go away, the most exciting thing is choosing what we're going to read. Now I'm aware that days and days of reading are probably going to make me feel a bit bleh. So I've got quite a few different things that aren't necessarily book related, which I thought I would talk you through, just in case that's interesting to anyone. So firstly, I thought I would do some crafts while we're away, because crafts are always fun. And I have chosen to knit this stripy jumper. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go well, because I love knitting and I'm quite good at knitting, but every time I try to knit clothes, they just don't seem to. I don't think I have the patience, because knitting a jumper, it takes a very, very long time, especially a jumper like this, because it is double knit, it's not chunky. So it's going to take me a long time. I won't finish it at all in the time that we're there, but hopefully I'll enjoy it enough that even if I don't finish it, it doesn't matter. And then I'm also hoping to take this cross stitch. Now, I'm not going to lie, I totally stole the inspiration for doing a cross stitch like this from Sophie at Portal in the Pages. She's got a much bigger one that she's doing at the moment, and I absolutely think it looks stunning. There are a lot of anatomical hearts in the book I'm writing, so I really like the idea of having this in my study. I've sort of been eyeing big anatomical heart pictures, but this is a really fun idea because it allows me to make the picture. I sadly searched and searched the internet, and this was the only anatomical heart that I could find that was in black and white. They were kind of colourful ones and red ones, but I thought they looked a bit tacky. I think these look much better. However, the only pattern that I could find of this, it was you bought the pattern alone, and you have to get your materials and things, which is fine because my mum's got like hoops and the fabric that I actually need. But then I realised that I also need about 15 colours, and each of them cost about £2. So I mean it's gonna end up as a really, really expensive picture, but you know, it's fine, it'll be fun. And I also got the summer edition of Miss Lexia through the post the other day. This is my last year of having a Miss Lexia subscription, actually. This is a writing magazine for women, and I have been subscribed to it since I was 21, so coming up for 7 years really. And I have really enjoyed being subscribed to it, but it is expensive, and I find a lot of the time that I kind of either don't read them or take months to read them, because to be honest, magazine reading is not something that I often have the time for. Among my other reading, I'd much rather pick up a book, but I don't want to be reading the whole week, so I thought I would take this and kind of break things up a little bit. And then we're on to the books. Now, the book that I rushed out to buy for this holiday and I'm really, really excited about is The Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. This is the second in the Live Ship Traders trilogy, one of which I read 2-3 months ago now. And as soon as I finished it, I knew that it was the book that I needed to take on holiday with me, so I picked this one up. It's a shame because I was planning to take The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, because when we went to Cornwall last year, I read the Name of the Wind by him. So I thought I would do the same thing again this year, but Robin Hobb's she's taken the biscuit. I loved the first book in the series, and I think this will be the ideal escapism read. And then I also, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'll read this book, and I probably won't, but I want to take it anyway, and that is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Obviously it's thick, and I mean, this is a edition with Bible thin pages, so it's typically about double that size. And it's one of those books that you always want to get to, but it's just having the time to get to a book that is this large. And I think when I'm on holiday it'll probably be a good time to do it. I am going to prioritise the Mad Ship, and if I finish the Mad Ship I might move on to this one. As I say, I'm taking it with me purely in the hope that I will get to it. Yeah, it's just one of those books, and I've had it on my shelf for so long now and never actually had the motivation to pick it up, and I realised that there's going to come a time where I'll never read War and Peace, and that would be really sad. So I'm going to read it. It's strange with Leo Tolstoy. He's really easy to read. I remember from Anna Karenina, that again is a thick book, nowhere near this, but it is thick. And I remember being really daunted by it and expecting it to be really sort of highbrow and philosophical, and it is that, but it's actually written really easily. It's a really easy, fun story, and I know War and Peace, I think the main problem is that there are a lot of characters, but I'm kind of expecting that same easy read style, so it'll probably be not as daunting a task as I'm expecting it to be. But it is big, so I don't know if I will pick it up. Also, it's a bit heavy for holiday reading, I'm aware of this, but you know. And then I thought I would take, just in case I don't fancy War and Peace or if I want a break, I will take Her Body in Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I've seen this everywhere in recent years, and I was reading a story of hers in Granta magazine. I was reading it on their website, and that was The Husband Stitch, which is the first story in the collection, and I absolutely adored it. I didn't actually know that it was her who had written that. I was just reading it as a standalone, and I enjoyed it so much that I actually searched for her name on Google, and this came up. I didn't realise that it was her, so as soon as I knew that, I bought it, although it has been on my radar before then, interestingly. And I think a short story collection will be really good, especially if, you know, we're in for a day and I've just got a day of reading. I don't want to be just reading one thing, because I think, again, that'll make me feel a bit blur. So I'm going to take that just in case. So that's everything I intend to read this holiday. I might also take some adult colouring, although I did that last year and didn't get around to it. But anyway, please let me know down below if you're going on holiday soon and if you're going anywhere nice, and have a lovely time if you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.